remember she would compare me with the brightest students in the room, in the class, in the school, or who are performing better.
Yeah.
And that made me feel like, I'm not enough, if I can remember, She would praise them, how they are hardworking, how for them they are from less fortunate,
Yeah.
such words. For me, I would never get validation from her, even if I improved my grade,
So you are saying you are lucky that day because your father was there to protect you.
Yeah.
From your mother.
Yes.
Even when you were 13 years old, she would beat you.
Oh my God. Hey, the Mwikos have received a encounter.
When you are a teenager, once the kid is after the age of 5, the mother doesn't know what to do with them.
Yeah.
And if there is no father there to protect you, she will destroy you.
Sure, that's true.
Which is what she did.
Yeah. Hello, Mr.
Hello, buddy.
NGA.
How are you, man? How are you?
I'm good.
Very good. Good to talk to you, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good to speak to you, actually.
Yeah? The pressure is mine.
Yeah.
How is everything?
I'm glad. Everything is okay.
Good.
Yes, niko hapa Qatar.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And you are working hard?
And I'm working hard for myself also.
Yeah.
Yes. Niko kazi bado.
Yes.
Yeah, but we can't speak.
Very
I
good.
thought initiative you started for us to have one-on-one. It's a very good move.
Yes. And
it encouraged me after watching your videos. I can also speak of myself.
Yes.
Yeah. Not just this is what we do, participate in spaces, but I do listen time to time.
Correct.
Yes.
I am glad it's working out. I have had very, 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 very good conversations.
Yeah.
And I have to admit, I knew these conversations needed to start happening, but I didn't know how desperately we needed to start having these conversations. And still I started talking with these people.
Oh, bro, you don't know. You just don't have idea.
Yeah.
We don't go for therapy, but this one feels like one, those confessions you do.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the kind of stories I'm hearing, the kind of stories men are brave enough to share with me. They are Halloween stories.
Yeah.
And the hope in their voice at the end of it, the determination to be and become better. That one is something to look forward to.
Yeah. I'm happy because through you, sometimes I can see myself there, or you giving us of a story you had or someone passed, you are not alone in this journey.
Exactly.
Yeah. And for myself, if I can speak, I used to be very worried judging myself so harshly. Sometimes you think you are not good enough.
Yeah.
But I've come to learn it's okay to be like that, but you still have room for improvement.
Yes, and the secret is to not compare yourself with anybody else.
Yeah.
Because, when you say not good enough, it's because you're comparing yourself with somebody else.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
sure.
The secret is do not compare yourself with anybody else.
Okay.
And always compare yourself with your former self.
Yeah.
Because comparison is the one that steals the joy.
Oh, man, yeah, that's for sure.
And if you can work and you can build yourself and you can improve yourself as much as humanly possible. But the moment you compare yourself to somebody else, that joy you had get taken away by the comparison. But,
very true about that.
But, and you notice this with me, every time I post something about my past,
Yeah.
is because I'm comparing myself with the former self.
Yeah. That's very true. That's very true.
If I asked you right now, what is the oldest photo of me you know?
I remember the oldest photo of you back in the gas station.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And do you know the funny thing? When I see that photo and my father, I also have another photo of my father at a gas station. My father used to work back then in Ajip. You remember Ajip, Kenya?
Right there in Nakuru?
Yeah.
By Granny's.
Yeah.
It was a little tiny stretch.
Sure.
Yes, I remember it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. He used to work there. He used to give me good stories, though. At the end of the day, the company came out of the country. It went on West Africa. Was it in?
I don't know. I don't know what happened to it, but I remember.
Yeah,
I remember
swallowed.
Ajip. My sister, we call her Mama Dennis.
Yeah.
For the longest time, she wouldn't have cooking gas from any other company except for Ajip.
Really?
And they were the only ones with a bigger cylinder. Total had a smaller cylinder. And I don't think if Shell had a cylinder, but Ajip had a big, long, bluish cylinder, and my sister would always go to that little tiny place, next to Jilani's, to get her refuse. Yes, yeah.
Okay. So for me, it's only the stories I know my heart. I cannot tell you about the deep stories about of him working there. But when once you posted that photo, it reminded me. My father also posting the Ajip, the lorry.
Yes.
And the good stories. So actually, sometimes back we were speaking, and he was telling me actually, I think is it last year or 2023 where they were being compensated. You know, the company left with a lot of some cash for the members.
Yeah.
You know, they used to have like kind of a chama,
like a circle.
Or something. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So their dividends were so down, you know. So they were being given. He received his, I think, 20K.
Whoa.
I think on 2023. Yeah, you can imagine. Actually, he did not stay long there. He stayed almost for 8 years.
Do you know what decade he served there?
Yeah, because myself, I'm born 95.
Okay.
So before I was born, he had started working like maybe 2 to 3 years, something like that.
Well,
so it's that period.
That's around the same time I worked there.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I worked there 92.
Don't know why I'm forgetting. Like you're almost the same age.
I'm old.
Yeah, but for you, it's very unique. You know, I think that's why sometimes for me it's like one-on-one.
Yes.
It's like sometimes I'm seeing my dad telling me one or two. Yeah. That's why. Yeah.
So I worked there 1992 September until December of 96, I think. Either December of 96 or January of 97. Yeah. At that little Bazaar Road Total service station.
Yeah.
Yes.
Though for us, we are from Muranga side, so my father had gone that Rift Valley Technical College to study there.
Yeah.
Though he started there like an intern, then they absorbed him.
Kwenu ni Muranga pande gani?
Kigumo.
Kigumo is a very fertile land. Very fertile place. Back in the day when we used to do school dramas and festivals, I remember one time we qualified all the way to the finals. And we did it in Kigumo, little town. And when you approach the town towards the right side by the chief's camp, there was a big hall that could accommodate a lot of people.
Yeah, okay.
And we performed there.
I told you my side is Kegumo, not literally the Kegumo village, but in Jiris. I know you can relate.
Oh, I know where Jiris Boys is.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So that's my village. Yeah.
Back in the day when we were in high school, Gilis was the top school in Muranga. Gilis,
Yeah.
Muranga, and Jumbi. Yeah, they had Form 5 and Form 6.
Sure.
Yes, they were the high schools. Yeah.
So if I want to tell somebody about my home, I just relate with that area. So people call it.
I know where Gilis is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I'm just going to tell you what you told me the topic is.
Yes.
And then we're going to go to the beginning.
Yes.
And the topic is your mom was your biggest bully.
Yeah.
Okay. So how did that start? We go all the way back to your childhood.
Yes.
Okay.
So when I was young, I come from my mother is a teacher. Yeah, a primary teacher. So you can now tell the background, right?
Yeah.
So and my father was just a normal businessman there back in Nax, coming and going,
Yeah.
But I remember when we were young, used to be told you used to visit him a lot because you'd be there, LD, Nax, those areas.
And where are you staying at the time?
Back then we are there in Giris,
In the village?
Yes, because that's where my mother has been posted.
Okay. Oh, she taught in the high school?
No, in primary.
In the primary school in the area?
Yeah, she had just been posted to public school, yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm there, I'm young. Okay, growing, I started my primary at my nursery school. By then, still there in the village. All my life I've studied in the village apart from the high school, okay. But now when I was young, just like any other kid, I was this playful kid. I remember even I have a story like my first day of doing the exam, instead of me finishing the exam, I went to nilienda kunyang'anyana tires, running for the tires,
Yeah.
So they used to say I had the concentration got lost since day one. Yeah, okay, so when growing up, my mother, like any other disciplinarian, because I was with her all the time, now she was the one with the mantle, right?
Yeah.
She would discipline me, so when I was growing, I would hear him giving me some harsh words, like, like you would pinch me, those ones, spitting on your face.
Yeah.
Okay, as I grew up, so when I'm like, let's say class 3, class 4, class 5, he would compare me. He would really, how he started.
You mean she? You mean your mom?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, she.
Yeah.
I remember she would compare me with the brightest students in the room, in the class, in the school, or who are performing better.
Yeah.
And that made me feel like, I'm not enough, if I can remember, she would praise them, how they are hardworking, how for them they are from less fortunate, such words. For me, I would never get validation from him, even if from her, even if I improved my grade, Yeah, it has been all that through my primary school.
Yeah.
Comparing me. Then I also had to put another point is, I used to have bright cousins. You see, there you have cousins who come visit on the grandmothers and the holidays and what. These cousins would be so bright. So when we are going there now, we'll be introduced. You are being asked, say which position you are, what marks. Oh my God. That used to be a turn off for me, because I remember they would say those numbers 1, 2, good marks. Me, I'm still there, feeling like, this is not my part to play,
Yeah.
Then, because I knew the same thing will play at home when they are telling me, you see, you don't study well like others. See, they are performing well, what. now I used to have this cousin of mine. So every time I wanted to engage with these cousins of mine because they used to be in Nairobi. For them, they were in Nairobi. Yeah? So I was told, why are you going there? You are not even performing. People who perform are the one who should go,
Yeah.
So some privileges are not good. Then for them, they used to know us because now we are from the village. Now we should be there farming, looking up there.
And
doing some home course.
How old are you at this time?
This time, I started 5 years in nursery.
Okay.
Class 1.
Yeah.
So this time I'm like in an age of from 7 to 12 there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you see, those days, those I could hear those words, but those words, they never meant anything for me at that period,
Yeah.
For me, I'm like, even I hear from one side, the next minute I'm already forgotten. You know how kids are at that age.
Yeah.
Like, you want to try anything, engage in friends. So I went there. Before my I'm a firstborn. Before my brother was born. There's this neighbor of mine, we used to go there, play with the neighbors. Okay, where we went, we had migrated from our original place where my grandfather was, from my father's side. So we bought our land. So where we built, those people who sold us the land, there were some small kids, almost my age, but they were kind of maybe 2 to 3 years ahead of me.
Yeah.
So we would go play there. I used to enjoy those days, if I remember. But when my brother was born, all those things were restricted. I could not have friends. I could not be this guy who used to go like on Saturdays, go play with my friend or something.
Yeah.
That's where the restriction, the curfew started, right?
Yeah.
So then it would be followed with those words. Hey, you should do these quizzes. My mother would bring me small quizzes there if I perform. I thought if I perform well, I'll be given permission to go and associate with other kids,
Yeah.
That was always my wish. But I had no way of telling him, no, because, but telling her, you know what, I just feel to go out. Because it will always backfire. If it was my cousins, at those age, I was not even able to go to visit them just because I'm not performing well. Then even in my heart, I started developing this thing like, these kids are special, not like me,
Yeah.
They are not like me. So that's where the battle started. Now coming from now the adolescent age, let's say from class 7, 8 there.
Yeah.
Now that's where you are told now you have to pull up your socks. You're heading to high school. So for me, that at that time, this comparison has been there back and forth, even
the whole 8 years.
Yeah.
The whole 8 years of primary school.
Yeah. For me, it has been like even. Do you know, it reached a point where my cousins would not come visit me because it's like their mother was telling them, no, their mother is harsh. When you go there, you go to farm, They're not allowed to come out, We just have this shadow in my place, like, that's not the good place to be.
Yeah.
It used to be that example of, that family is strict, And me coming from the mother, I think, sometimes when I think back, I think maybe, when you are a son of a teacher and you are not performing, like, they would be like, if I would be the number 1 and 2,
Yeah.
That one, there's this prestige and pride, like, my son performs,
Yeah.
But now I'm like this guy, I'm just simple, I'm good, I'm disciplined. For me, I cannot say I was not disciplined. I was really disciplined, From doing the home chores and everything. I remember even my mother would go to the market, then you believe me, with giving me some chores to avoid me to run out, maybe go play with my friends. But I was not the guy who to sneak out, go, come. No. Because I was also, now it created a fear in me that even outside there, I'm not wanted,
Wow.
Yeah. Now coming to think of it now.
Yeah. And your father is in the Rift Valley.
Yeah, so my dad, that time I never had a closure with my dad, whereby, you know, my dad would come on weekends, maybe Friday, go by Sunday.
Yeah.
You know, and actually, okay, what happened? I've told you he used to work at Jeep, right?
Yeah.
After some time, when the company went out of the country, he started his own business.
Mm-hmm.
Back then in Nax, I think.
Yeah.
I think he had a small petrol station. But that is a story I've never been told. I think I need to explore to that one.
Yeah.
Because there's some things that I need to learn also. So by then I remember I used to see that we had this good calendar where I remember this petrol station actually it had my mom's name and my dad. You know, see the way you can create a brand name.
Your name and your dad's name.
Yeah. So, but I never used to be told stories about it or everything. But in my mind, I used to be smart. Like I would listen to the topics I would listen to whatever they are saying. I would grasp some message here and there.
Yeah.
Because for me, I was this. I liked reading articles. So every time my dad would come with a new calendar, I would be there like staring. You know how the fancy calendars used to be, right?
Yeah.
Maybe they're advertising a bank or what.
Yes.
But I started realizing, this calendar is very unique. And the number it's there, it's my dad, you know, saying I'm offering these services and what and what.
He would customize calendars for his business.
Yes.
I remember those days.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And then he would pass them to the customers around Christmas time.
Yes, then give families, you know, give my grandmother.
Yeah.
So those days but every time I wanted to, then my father was like my teacher. In the weekends he would come teach me like some small maths here and there.
Yeah.
Then during those times, when I'm being taught, then my father notices I'm not understanding. He would be so mad at me. Then my mother would gaslight her by gaslight him and tell him, no, this one, it does not, hashikangi, you know, hashikangi. So even me, when facing these two small hesabus, maybe it's just a silly mistake. I just need to be told politely.
Yeah.
I developed that thing. I developed a very bad negative energy towards the maths subjects.
Yeah.
But when it comes to grammar, English, this one, writings, all those other subjects, I'll do better. But when it comes to maths, and I just started, because now, you know, every time I would hear, you know, don't even squeeze him too much. You know, he does not understand. Just give him maybe 5 questions. Next time when you come, you can mark, you know.
Yeah.
So the pressure was so much by then.
And you only have one little brother?
By then I had my brother. Me and my brother, we have a gap of 5 years.
That's what I was going to ask you. So you have a difference of 5 years?
Yes.
I
also have another small sister.
Yeah.
10 years gap.
And by the time you are 13 in 8th grade?
Yeah.
And now he is in 7 or 8?
Yes.
I mean 7 years or 8 years?
Yes.
How is he performing in school in his own level?
Who? For my brother?
Your little brother.
Oh, man. My brother started in a high gear, picking up from day one.
Yeah.
I remember him performing number 1, number 2, you know, and he'll be given these praises, She'll be given these praises by mother, you know, and my dad be so happy. You know, sometimes even I'll be compared with him, and I'm like,
yes, that's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for.
The puny me, I'm here, I'm not performing, I'm being even compared.
Yeah.
And you know, that thing normally brings you down to the knees.
He came on, and instead of being the little brother that brings joy, he became your competition. He became your comparison.
Exactly. But for me, I never used to feel bad about it, actually. But now when it came to comparison, even I remember sometimes when I was young, you tell me, you just improve, you know. Even now, started becoming my motivation speaker.
I know that kind of talk. Look at your brother. He is in 2nd grade, and he can even beat you in your 8th grade.
Yes, man.
Yeah.
That one used to kill me. I remember even for me, even something happened. Actually, I can remember a saga I did back before I finished class 8. Now let me take. But I remember we used to have this like tuitions or something. There used to be tuitions, and these tuitions now when you're class 8 here, you are the hike here, you're being told now it's time. Even at the blackboard, you go at the corner, they write you are remaining 10 days, 2 weeks, 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So I would go on the weekends. We would go and learn and my nearby school. I used to just few meters from my home. Now this day, I don't remember. The owner of the school was not around. Then there was this a short break we used to have. Immediately after I come from church, I catch up with the boarding kids. So I would study. For me, I was a day scholar. So this time, I forgot. Within like 20 minutes, the bell went off after the break. So we started playing football with other guys. There was a nearby field, and this field was everybody in the village come. You know how village football is played.
Yeah.
Anybody, then there's the parents might tell you those guys are smoking bang when you are going there. Don't associate with them. So for us, the reason we to watch those matches is because the school is just next, just near our fence. So I remember that day. It was a day I will never forget because the owner of the school spotted me playing and saying, "Who is that playing at the field now?" It was said, "I'm the one." Okay, what meant by that break, it's after the break is done, the guys who are boarding would go start doing their cleaning and everything. For me, I would clear, maybe I go home.
Yeah.
But the guy used to be so strict, like, you, class 8, you are playing and you should be studying and everything, blah, blah, blah. Now, I'm heading home immediately after I finished playing the football. I extended myself like maybe 10 to 20 minutes. So all that time he has been looking at me. So I was he sent another guy to come call me on the roadside. "Hey, you're being called by the manager." We used to call him manager. "Hey, I had to go back." He asked me, "Owen, what did you perform last time?" I explained myself. "Can you please tomorrow don't come to school? And if you have to come with your parents." I'm like, what the hell? Now I'm like, oh, my mother will be mad at me. But I was lucky.
Double trauma.
Man, that day I was very lucky because my dad, I don't know what had happened. My dad was there.
Yes.
I think he had come on a weekend on a Saturday, so he was to leave on a Monday. I don't know even how I ate that evening. Then I don't know where to start. Do I tell my mother or do I tell my father? So I said, you know what? What I used to remember, I used to love the weekends because I would not be beaten because my father is there.
So you are saying you are lucky that day because your father was there to protect you.
Yeah.
From your mother.
Yes.
Man. And how old are you at the time?
That is 2008.
12.
No, 2009, sorry. 2009.
13.
Yeah. Yes. So what happened, I went and said, I told, they used to have these small conversations in the kitchen. So I approached them when they are speaking there. I told them I was told to go with the parent tomorrow. Then they were like, I never gave them, how kids say. I edited the bad part that I was caught doing this and that. That's why I was being told to go back with the parents. So they said, what happened? Now, my mother used to give me this look. I would say everything. For me, I was never that kid who would first of all take you round and round. I used to be straightforward. Not like my brother who is to be beaten would run with my mother around the house. For me, I was like just submissive. You just beat me, then I go wherever I'm going. So around that, during that night, now my mother said, you know what, me, I cannot come that school, because if I come, I will kill you there.
Wow.
Then my father is there keeping his cool. Then he told me, my father told me, you know what, go report in the morning, like normal. Normally do now, that's on a Monday. I will come later.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I prepared myself and I went in the class. Arriving there, the manager is still breathing fire.
Mm-hmm.
When he found out that I'm inside the class, he came out breathing. He shouted my name. I came out of the class. What did I tell you? I told him, my father said,
bring your parents.
Bring your parents. Yeah, he used to be, actually, he what happened, the owner of the school used to be a former teacher, public school teacher. So on a time, he made this academy school.
Yeah.
So he is those days, those teachers.
Yeah.
So immediately me being chased away, even I was told take all the books and don't come. Actually, don't come. Now come only to report on KCP day.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's not even waiting for your dad to show up.
Not even. Luckily enough, the same field I was playing, when closing I'm almost finishing towards the end of the play field.
Yeah.
My father appears.
Yeah.
And then my father tells me what happened. I told him I've been chased. I've been told to go to report on KCP dates.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, to me, no, let's go back. We went back. They head back and forth. This guy has not been performing well. And you see KCP is around the corner. What type of games are these? The man is still angry to my dad, but my father has this way of just keeping calm. Mm-hmm. You might be throwing fire and everything, but he's still calm. So my father told him, okay, he explained to him, and he said, they had a back and forth. Then I was told, no, what I'm going to do, you are not going to escape this one. Instead of you not coming to KCP dates, what we're going to do is I'm going to give you books, revision books.
Mm-hmm.
You will go there. You'll be studying from home for, I think I was given just that 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
I was given 2 days. And I was told I need to improve and everything. So, okay, after my father told him, okay, this is the first mistake. He has never, because actually the ruling was very harsh for me, because, at one point, I never had any scandal at the school and everything. I used to be I would not be performing good, but I never went, I was not on the wrong side of the school rules and everything.
So just catching you playing in the field is causing all this.
Yes. Now then, it caused all this.
But
even the kids were like,
there is something else beneath that. That anger had to be coming from somewhere else. He just found a way to express it in that very tiny mistake.
Yes, he would pin it to my performance.
Yeah. But
he would pin it to my performance.
So what good is it for his school if he sent you home, mm-hmm. and then only come during the KCPE? You are going to bring all the grades down.
I don't know, because even if, and I was not the type of the kid that you would be chased home because of school fees,
Yeah.
I really don't know. By the way, I don't know why that anger was coming from. Though we used to fear him, he used to have that way of he also that bull,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so my father, the lucky thing is because my father was there. My mother had told me, you know what, you will stay here until those days. For my mother, he had said, you know what, I'm not coming there. And she meant it, because even she did not want to hear what went on, on how was it. So, when I remember of that, I remember you giving us the story of a kite,
Yeah. Even that calmness in your father is because he's been dealing with your mother. He knows.
Yeah.
He knows how to stay calm when she flares up.
my father would be there explaining to me, do you know a family of who and who? Then my mother would tell me, how are you explaining to them like that? These people, they don't understand that. We tell him this. Yeah. My father will just be quiet, and I'm like, for me, now remembering that makes me feel very bad, because I'm like, this thing started very early, but now through you and listening to very many stories, now I can relate to one. I can one plus one. So, okay, okay, I was able to go and do my KCP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now they have expelled you completely. No more going back to school.
For 2 days. For 2 days.
Oh, then you were able to go back.
Yes, I was able to go back.
Okay.
Yes.
Because your father was calm.
Yes, my father was calm. Actually, if it was my mother, I think they would both of them, they would skin me. Both of them, they would skin me. Both are teachers. When that the heart, the hate. I don't know. It's the hate of what? Yeah, the fire in them. Yeah. Both of them.
Yeah.
You maybe the manager would explain to you. You're a teacher. You know how if somebody is not performing, how it is, what. He would compare me with other kids and everything. You see, now the comparison is coming from the school to the back to home. Now this one has been, the kumbaya of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I used to feel kind of lonely at the time, because the comparison is not good for me. So I'm done with my KCP. Now I'm still here home waiting for my results.
Mm-hmm.
Results come out December. They come December. Then I did not perform better to go to. Okay, I would go to local secondary high school.
Yeah.
But I don't know what happened. My mother had a plan with a former teacher there, mm-hmm. who had, I think, a relative or something. They had a private school.
Mm-hmm.
So my mother told me, we are going to take you to this school. And this school, you have to perform better, because this school was at Kajiado County.
More pressure.
Yeah. Now
and she wants you where she knows people there, so she has control.
Exactly.
My goodness.
Yes.
Now you're 14 years old.
Now I'm 14 years. 2010.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I go there. I join high school. The school is good because I came to learn something. The school, everybody was average.
Mm-hmm.
Not like the schools where you see the A's, the streamliners, or those. Then the school had a small population.
Mm-hmm.
So I took. But my mother, now let me tell you something. He told me when I'm there.
Yeah.
He told me, for me, listen, I will not be coming for your visiting days. So you have to prepare yourself. I don't she prepared me in advance. But for me, even I was not like, that is not an issue to me. That's not an issue to me. I can survive. As long as my dad is coming or somebody is sending me money for me, I'm okay.
Yeah.
So I pushed on. Okay, she finally came when towards my 4th year, to that year when you have those prayers for you are preparing for KCSE.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I used to be happy because my dad would come. Then my dad was those guys. He's coming all the way from Rift Valley.
Yeah, to Narok.
Yes, that Kanyama, Gakazeti. Then for me, what was important for me was money.
Uh-huh.
I remember guys back in the days, they used to joke with me. If you see your dad has not come early, then our parents are not coming today. Because he used to be. My dad would come, we visit all the teachers fast, within 1.5 hours, that is done. And because he has to commute and again to go to the village, Yeah, for me, I used to be happy. Even
so
if he comes and tells me.
High school was your heaven?
I can say that. But now it used to come trouble when now, we have closed the school.
You have to go back to the prison warden.
Yes, but when I'm there in high school, I started developing this thing like, what is my mother telling me,
Yeah.
Now I'm getting hard-headed, like, now he started learning those words he used to put on me. I would like kind of sometimes tell him, hey, okay, I was not the rebellious one to put to draw words or something, but he would start, she would feel it like I'm not buying it. She would speak to me, everything, I'm there keeping quiet,
Man.
Yeah.
So she chooses which school for you to go to.
Yeah.
Across the country, from Moranga all the way to Narok. And then she...
No, Kajiado,
yes.
I mean, yeah.
And then she preempts by saying, and I will never come visit you.
I will not be coming to visit you there. And now, for me,
I don't want to hear you cry like a baby.
Yes. I don't want to hear you whining there.
And now your salvation is from your father.
Yes.
And at this time, did your father have a car?
Yeah, my father used to have a car.
Yes.
My father used to have a Datsun, Datsun car.
Yeah.
Now I remember. Yeah, I remember through our talks. Okay, for the Datsun, those times, sometimes he would not come with it. When he used to, I don't remember what he used to do, because most of the times, most times he would come with it is when he's with my mother. Sometimes they came with his brother, my sister, when we are almost heading to finish my Form 4.
Wow. So that was your pure heaven.
Yes. Yeah, so this Datsun car, I remember my we'll get there.
Yeah.
So that's how was my Form 4. I started understanding, feeling like, no, I need to have my cool. I'm with the Nairobi kids. They are showing me, that's good. The funny thing, those
and you are now a teenager.
Used to be there. Yeah.
You are now a teenager.
Now I'm a teenager. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm visiting Nairobi. I can go. I would go. I would go Kamukonji. I would look, before going home, buy some things for me and my what,
Yeah.
Yeah, because my mother is there. Because I know when I go home there, she will not allow me to be here and there.
Yes.
Yeah, I do remember. We did a strike when we are almost finishing. But when I'm in Form 2.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I had just bought good pairs of shoes and what, when you used to have to those functions to go to girls' schools and everything.
Yeah.
Then everything got burnt. I remember I had gone to shower. Then all of a sudden, there was a guy who had been expelled, and the school was not that big for us. So I think rumors have it that a guy set it ablaze. So we were sent home.
You are those Gen Zs that used to burn schools.
Yeah. Actually, that happened.
And then you come to this real world, and there are rules and order and instructions, and you have never had order and instructions, and you are like, what is this life? We were the masters in schools. We controlled our parents, and we controlled the teachers, and we burned down schools. What are you doing? Unleashing the Gen Zs on us, the GSUs on us.
But for me, I would not be even among that type, because I don't know even why I would know.
You know what the prison warden will do to you.
Yeah. Mine have been put in leash since day one.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so it happened. He told me, hope you are not among them. I told him, okay, let's go. So I remember even that day, my dad was not there. He told me, if you are the one, actually what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you cash. I'm going to buy for you a box and a mattress and what, then you take yourself there.
Why?
I'm not going to accompany you. If you are among them, let them take you, no.
Why?
But luckily, sometimes you arrive there, you are being told the right names of who and that.
Yes.
If you have an idea, and saying no is not an answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, luckily no one mentioned me, or there was no any evidence showing involved or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so come Form 4, I'm done.
Yes.
Yeah, before now, then Form 3, Form 4, when I used to go home, I remember now when we were there in the holidays, that would come with this car. This car was for me. It used to be like a heaven. I would like the smell of a petrol. He has been working in those engineering. Even I used to love, because I remember those old cars, unanyonya mafuta, or sometimes if it's not igniting and everything.
Yeah, and you pour it on the carburetor.
Yes. Then you are told, don't gargle your mouth. Just sip and spit.
Yes.
Sip and yeah. Now I used to feel like, man, I'm enjoying this, and I would enjoy the ritual time with him.
Yeah.
Then I remember my mother would tell me, you there draw some words there when we are there. No, you not draw when he's there, the dad. But this old car, kamutenga,
Oh, she's disparaging the car.
Yeah.
No way.
Like we are being close like animals at the back. This car, those two dads and those who have closed bodies.
It's like, is it the Datsun something Y or the SSS?
Yeah. Why? Why? I don't know what you mean by why, but it was not the pickup type.
It's not. That is 110.
Yes.
There's this other one. I think it used to be called 120Y or something like that.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I have no idea about it, but yeah. Yes. And he had bought it. He had stayed with it for long, because actually he was sold by a certain man from a village. He used to be our director of tea farms. So he had kept it very nice. So even the dad taking care of it, he used to give me. I remember dad saying the only time it took him out was I don't know. He had gone until I think Salga or Naivasha, something there, from igniting in the morning.
Yeah.
But then he used to love it because it would go everywhere.
Yeah.
But
your mom is bad mouthing it.
Yes.
Calling it what kind of a junk is this?
Yes.
What was she calling it in Kikuyu?
Kamotenga.
Man.
Now thinking of it, I'm like, sometimes even I wonder, will my wife be saying such puny words behind my back? I'm like, No, remember those words, even they make me even feel more angry,
You're putting yourself now in your father's position.
Yes. Yeah. I'm like, he has no idea of what he speaks, and I'm like, will I also go through the same,
Yeah.
Yeah, then, like this one telling me something, he used to be told, hey, maybe sometimes my father, like the way men sometimes we do speak, then you are shouting. Me, I speak, my father will speak in the phone. We told you are shouting, you are giving everybody story outside,
But she's the one who shouts.
Yeah, my friend.
But when your father talks like a man, she shuts him down.
Yes. He's telling him everybody from the neighbor is hearing what you are saying.
No.
And it looks so simple. How they place it. It's so sneaky there. You cannot even feel it. But deep down now that I feel like those were pressure points.
My goodness. And your brother, he is enjoying the adorations.
Hey, my brother even this time my brother even got admitted to a good high school, actually public high school. Yeah, for him is there. Okay, he did not go performing well from maybe the 4th grade. He got challenged there, but for him he was in a good position. I can say like that.
And now even that one is being used against you. So this one here, we didn't have to go looking for a school for him.
Yeah, you know, for me, from one day, for me, I refused to repeat.
Yeah.
For him, he was convinced.
Yeah.
And since he performed very well after being, you know, for me, I never used to allow myself to repeat because I was like, what am I going to do again? I don't see myself, you know, those people who improve, I think they had another, you say,
Chance,
like
yes.
another envision, like I can do better more than this.
Yeah.
For me, I never used to see anything beyond that. Like, I'm done. I need to go next, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
when
for
I
me,
when I was
what I can remember,
when I was in Form 4 at the end of high school, two of the boys from my village that we went, you know, through high school together.
Yeah.
They repeated so that they can have. Is that your phone making that little noise?
Pardon?
Did your phone just beep?
Yeah, it was on my side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Two of those boys repeated Form 4 so that they can get a better grades to go to university.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you know, for me, I had a challenge because, you see, during my days, my brother to my dad used to be a good dad to me, you know.
Yeah.
He's the dad who would sometimes, I would be, they would allow me to be with him, you know. Sometimes I remember back in the days, he said, let the boys come, Nairobi, at least for a holiday, you know. But it was also Shingo Pande there, going few days, how many days you are staying, okay. But when my mother had where we are going, she was okay, let me just cool, you know, it's family thing. So I used to be given an example even for me to repeat. Do you know this one even had to repeat Form 4? You know, those pressures that come with you have to repeat, and to repeat is the only way to make you pass.
So that was the only thing that you were able to say no to?
For me, for once, I had to say no because I don't know. I used to feel like I'm left out by those colleagues who are in the same. Now I understand. Yeah, those, because I had no real friends. Because I cannot tell you I have this childhood friend who you have done this and that. It's only that we connected.
Because if you bring them home, then they are subject to be compared against you.
Exactly.
So you stayed away.
Yes.
My goodness.
Yeah. Yeah. Then, you know, we have this reputation of you working with a kid of a teacher. There is that thing, they worry too much. Like they see, like maybe it's a school, another school you are going.
Yeah.
So when coming home, it's a no for them, you know. Yeah. Let's just catch up outside.
Man.
Yeah, you have reminded me. I used to wear these Marvins, you know, Mboshoris. They're the Marvins, right?
Yeah.
Now I think I'm in class 5. No, class 3, class 4 there. Then these kids, then these girls made fun of me. They thought, you a kid of a teacher, you are here and you are wearing a Marvin of a baby, you know, of a kid.
Man.
I don't know, that one caught me, but and I told my mother, those girls were bullied big time.
Where?
They were bullied, but now I thought maybe they would be told, don't say that again. But now it created me something to be like, now the kids started like staying away from me because I'm like, you are weak, you will go and whining to your mother.
Report us to your teacher mother.
Yes. Yeah. They will not tell me, but me now comparing to myself now, that's what was in their mind, you know.
Yeah.
Because I remember there is one who we were, after all those, because they were punished, one we stayed together in the same desk. We shared the same desk. Now there was this rule whereby, you know, we are still not yet adults, but girls would say, don't pass here. We make a rule in a desk, don't pass here. If you pass here, it's done for you, you know. So there's this girl who ran home and accused me that I don't know what I did to her. Like, I don't know if bad to her or what.
Yeah.
Then the mother came gun blazing.
Where?
Yes. Luckily, my mother called me and said, is this sure? I said, no, even me, I don't know. We used to have these parades.
Yeah.
So what happened, the lady ran away during that break time. She jumped out the fence and ran away. Then now she went home and told them, she used to be those ladies, girls with drama, like so and so this teacher did me this and it's not true. So for me it was just a false accusation. It was not a real thing, because myself I was never a bully. And yeah.
So now you finish high school in Kajiado. Where do you go after that?
Man, now results are out. Okay, luckily when I'm finishing there, my dad retires and stops the job he had done. He was doing there back in Rift Valley. Now he's there back at home. Yeah. Okay, but then he had an accident. Now that accident brought him back home, where he has been taken care by the mother,
In his vehicle?
I remember. Yeah, he had an accident. Almost almost taking him out. Actually, he survived 2 times.
Was he drinking? Was he drinking?
No. My dad, I never seen my dad even putting drinking, leave alone anything or smoking. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the person I can say drink is me, but for him, never, even at one time.
So now he has this accident, and now he comes back to the village to be taken care of by the mom.
Yes. I think now during this time he weighs things out and said, I think even my time is done there,
Yeah.
Because now my brother is almost also heading to finish.
Yeah.
My sister is there. For now things are easy,
Yeah.
For me thinking how he used to go hard.
Yeah.
The way things and see, now maybe I can come and try to continue with what I have here back home. So me, I'm there home. I'm there doing some farming, tea plantations, But what used to piss me off about those tea plantations is that I'll never get even a dime,
Yeah.
After home for.
Even in November, December when they bring the bonus.
Man, not even a dime.
Whoa.
Then I come later to realize that my bro used to be sorted something.
No way.
I felt it. Yeah, I felt it bad, whereby even I felt I can never go that home, because now, I don't want again now to start a drama whereby saying I need to be compensated. They tell me, they don't you're eating here. No, you're drinking.
But your brother is getting the bonus money.
Man, my brother would have my 500 shillings there back in the village, and just, he can do 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
But for me now, I had started doing my maths. I used to go to like another kid there driving, but that time I started, my grades were not good also in 4. So I started thinking, what can I do? For me, I used to love something to do with IT.
Yeah.
I used to. My dream was to be a journalist, but I used to love things to do with IT. But now they would pin me down, telling me, you see, your grades even cannot take you to a good college to do that IT,
Yeah. Because she wants you to go do a degree for her.
No, not a degree, like a course now. No,
yeah,
for them.
She wants something with a title that she can take back to or mama's group and say, my son is doing this.
Yeah, she also brought up another idea. I go back. If I get a good grade, I can also maybe even do the teaching like he, like her. But I'm like, no. You see, I resisted. Now this one, it was hard because even my dad was like, you know what? I'm thinking to take you over for college. Now me remembering how my friends used to tell me after they finish Form 4, they will do, I had this kind of high school kids who their mothers are in Wakomaju, they're in the US. I remember there's a guy actually who was filling the green card, not the green card, I think the lottery.
Yeah, it's a green card lottery, yes.
Yeah. Immediately we finished Form 4, I think he did not take that long before coming to US.
Yeah.
So yeah, other guys I would see them, they gone to Qatar. For me, I'm like there, oh my God, I'm going to die in that village if I don't think of what will bring me out of there.
Yeah.
So I do my math, then they suggest, my dad come and tells me, coming from farm, he tells me, I know what, I'm thinking you need to do something manual work, something, a course that has a manual like plumbing, this year. And then I'm like, I'm not feeling it, like it's not in me. I used to associate those works with those people who are not learned. You know how those jobs are there in the village. Yeah. Those guys are, may see them dirty. It's like even they don't have anything,
Yeah.
So I had a negative energy towards it. Though I did not give the answer immediately to my dad. So he told me, you know what, tomorrow morning we are going on the way to Delhi. We are on the way.
Mm-hmm.
So, and in my mind, I never thought my dad had a plan, like, if we go see this, and he told me about that college we are going. He has a cousin of his who had studied there, and he used to be we used to call, he had this motorcycle, this government motorcycles. He was a plumber.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to enjoy the bike, but I never thought I would enjoy his job, once I grew up.
Yeah.
So he gave me the history about it. And then we go there to that vocal college. I meet people who have been given punishment. I remember I found guys slashing there. Whoa. Slashing glass. I'm like, what? No. From there, no, just seeing that punishment, I'm like, no, this is not my place. How can I come out of home for then I'm going to college where I'll be telling even my friends that
it's
then
never
we have a uniform.
It's never ending.
Yeah, then I thought, this is an improved school, for those people who don't pass, I never heard about a vocal college and how it works. Yeah. Now I'm getting to understand it, because my brother went there.
Yeah.
But for me, when I went there, I found guys are slashing. Then there was another Mzungu there. I saw it's like those schools, maybe you are given partnership donations.
Mm-hmm.
And my father was upright, was ready even to put some small admission fee for me to start any time when we agreed. Then before my father made a step to go to the bank, he made a mistake to tell me, after we come there, how did you see it? Now I'm there, I'm struggling to tell him I'm not liking it, but I'm like, I don't have an option. But I'm not feeling to go there. But with my dad, he could learn something. Then he told me, let's just go to the bank. I told him, no, before going to the bank, I'll wait. Now you know what happened. Guess what my dad does? My dad calls mother. I told him, you know what?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you can guess. He said, no. I know what mother comes with a suggestion. Though that road, those Nyeri road, you can come. There's schools there. You can come asking if he want to go back and repeat Form 4. But in my mind, I knew I cannot go Form 4 because the time had passed. I would only be admitted in Form 4. The only people who are always admitted in Form 4 are those who had at least had a grade that can cope with the term where it is at
that can be improved upon.
Yeah.
They have something to work with.
Yes.
Man,
my friend, we start going to the high schools. The funny thing, the headmaster of the two, I think, the first high school we went, where was he? He had gone Mombasa. No, it was the deputy was in a meeting. Then we were told I want to repeat, and my father said, no, you're going to repeat Form 4 and not Form 3. For me, in my mind, I'm just waiting for him to do all these things, but I knew I cannot go Form 4. Because we are told, come on this date. He said, no, he was told, no, your son can only maybe go Form 3.
My God.
No, he said, no, we go another high school. This high school, now we find even deputy who they had gone Mombasa. Now, what happened, we go to this school. This school is a mixed school.
Mm-hmm.
We sat there, but this principal is a lady. Mm-hmm. as we are there speaking with my dad, he tells me I go out. There are those people, I don't know, it's like a bullying us. He tells me, take a paper and a pen, go right there where you want to join the school.
No, she now, the principal.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm like, why do I have to write what I want to? Okay, my dad told you I want to repeat. Now I'm like, how do I start like telling you why I'm admiring this school? But for me, I think she learned that even I was not ready for that, even picking the paper and the pen to write what I want. Then we are there outside. I had before we entered into the office, there was a mother who had come with a daughter. The daughter had been expelled to schools. Now we were speaking with the daughter outside, and the girl was like, even as they are trying for me to fix me in this school, because where I went, I don't know, I banned school. Now I'm like, hey, even your case is worse. You are the one who should be given mercy to enter this school. You don't know what my father is doing here. Then something happened when now, after I finished writing the letter to the madam and said, but now you know the term has gone.
Yeah.
Will you cope with Form 4? Now I'm there. I did not answer that question, but he said, you can go back to Form 3. You improve all through to Form 4. I said no.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Then the lady just looked at my dad and said, "Can you go out?" Then I heard her telling my dad, "Why don't you just let your son go start college with a certificate? Then he can go up, because with what I'm seeing, he's not ready."
Yeah.
Yeah. And that moment, I'm like, for you have understood me. So, and you know who gave the orders, eh?
Mama.
What do we tell? Yes.
The final word has to come from Mama. So now Dad calls Mama.
Yeah. All those have said no, and wherever I'm needed, maybe until Form 3.
Yeah.
Now you have to go back home and for the drawing board. Okay, for me, then they told me, okay, now we are done with you. What do you want to do? Now I'm there, I'm thinking, just need a course that I can go, just attach myself, then immediately I can start earning. I had that thing in my mind. I just need a course that I will learn. Then immediately you know that's what comes in your mind. I need to finish high school, go maybe college. For me like me, I knew university was not my thing. So I just need college and find a hustle. Then I'm done. I'm out of home.
So
that was my dream.
This is 2011.
No, this is 2013. Okay, I finished 2013. This is now 2014.
2014, you are... Oh, yeah. Now you're 17.
Yes, I finished 17, but by 18, I took my ID actually in high school. So when going to pick my results, I also pick my ID.
So you're already 18?
Yes.
And nobody cares about your opinion?
Nobody. I never had any point whereby like my point used to look valid. Everything was said for me. You just do, you just do. You just do.
I mean, you just came out of a college, the vocational college, and your father calls the warden, and the warden say, pass by the schools on that highway, and see if they can accept him to repeat Form 4.
Yes.
Just like that.
Just like that.
You are 18.
Yeah. Since then, I have not said anything I want to do. Okay, for me, I would tell them I want to do IT. But for them, back then, before then, after Form 4, there's where you go do computer and everything. I used to have this dream because my dad was deciding to build some construction plots there. Those two plots. I used to have a dream like one day I can put my cyber there, with be charging people or teaching them things to do with IT, But now this dream, it cannot go through because it seems so small. That one can be spoken by a person who is coming from maybe university or somebody joining university.
Yeah.
College, it does not make sense to them, Then the courses I'm being chosen now have started I'm against them.
Yeah.
So I'm there. They told me, you know what? Now you're done. What course do you think you're going to do? I told them I want to go. I told them, give me time. I go Vika. I went to this college there, Vika. I speak to them. I took different brochures for different schools, flyers. I see what they are offering. For me, I would go down there. I know where there is certificate courses. How many months? How long do I need? Then the worst thing I used to remember, they used to refer me to, and you remember, you're very weak, eh? So you have to pass even this one. I'm like always under pressure. So you would choose a course that maybe you would go short and you pass. I went to this college and they finally decided, you know what, let's give him what he's trying. Okay, I went, I joined, I started doing this college head told me they would give me web designing. It was going for 6 months.
Yeah.
Then I go to this college, I come to learn, so this college, the same teacher who is teaching, there's a diploma and the web design, he's the same. Then the funny thing, in that school, in that college, we are two who are doing the same subject, that course. We are only two. The other one who are doing computer engineering, mass media, bit of it. But I came to learn, it's not popular, like you can get like 30 students or 20. No, we are two. And the funny thing, our schedule was very, very funny. Like we study 2 times a week. Like the same teacher is teaching media and what is the one coming to teach you. And it's like he don't have time for you. He give you papers, you go train yourself like this. I don't have even a computer.
Yeah.
I'm there home trying to think, telling them, hey, can I get a computer? They tell me, no, you cannot be given everything because you don't perform good, but I convinced them. I told them, I need a smartphone. At least if I have a smartphone, at least I can learn 2 or 3 things.
You are learning web design and you don't have access to a computer?
Man, yeah, I just have those big computers back in the classroom. And once your class is done, some other people are coming to join.
Yeah.
Because we never had our specific class where we co-shared. During our subjects, we join. If we don't like that, Yeah. Then, I would not call back home to say what I found. Because now it will be like, you are the one who chose this subject.
You're the one who failed yourself, yeah.
Yes. And if you could have told, I never wanted that blame came again. So I keep quiet. We continue learning. The first exam, when you are going to end towards December, I fail. And the lecturer there. So as I was saying, now I go back. I fail my first exam.
Yeah.
But actually, it was just a cut, not a really a final exam.
Yeah.
It was just to examine. Actually, I joined few months to December.
Yeah.
So then I cannot recall how many times we had a class with that lecturer. But what I can remember now, when I remember, there are these colleges with, it's like a scheme, it's a scam, whereby they tell you, yeah, this course we offer, but because it's not popular, they don't have even the assigned teacher for you, the one you can do even follow up, I don't understand here.
Yeah.
So for me, I let it slide because I thought, maybe that's how you people teach. Maybe after some time, you guys will get serious, or we are waiting for more recruitment, So for me, I slide. So what happens? January, I went. I redo the exam.
No, you're going to tell me. You're going to tell me that December when you failed, your father passed by because he used to pass by to pay the
fee. Yes. Then he was told that I failed. Guess who he calls?
The prison warden.
Yeah. Yeah. No, now it will be hell on fire, that place. Now you're in college. Now you should be serious. Is the key, okay, the same course, even it comes to a point now, even you are used, you know what they will say. You are not that scared of it, but
you can write the script for them.
But okay, I returned back. I did it. I redo it. I sat for the exam and I passed. Now the lecturer approaches me and tells me, you know what, Owen, okay, after my time with the exam, even I did not do. I think even I did not do another exam after that. The lecturer, I think all this time, the lecturer had been looking for me and so an opportunity, and decided, you know what, instead of us losing you, because if I would say there was no teachers there, or I'm not being given all the attention, I don't know how it would go fast, because the blame will come back to me saying, you are the one who chose this subject, and you see maybe this one even it's not popular at the school. Now I'm avoiding that again to go from drawing board, because now I have to follow whatever they tell me to learn. So the lecturer, I think he noticed that the weakness there, the communication between me and the dad, the way that maybe he was frustrated by then. And he approaches me and tells me, you know what, when you can do this computer, you know what, you can do this exam, you can do this unit I'm teaching diploma. I will take you through. I'll be there with you from day one. And I'm like, actually it's a good thing, because it was a 6-month course. Now if I join you, it means now I'll go for another 2 years. He explained to me, he told me even it's very easy compared to what even I was doing. I'm there, and because it's about computer, kaende sana,
So it's diploma in what?
Computer engineering.
Okay.
And so he told me like that, but he told me, you know what, I'm going to talk to your dad. Hey, when my dad said, and he the same way he had said I had failed, the same way he went and said I've improved, and even we have spoken with him, and he has said he can join this course. What do you think? It's at this price and what. My dad was not against it. He said, okay, if he has improved and he's loving it, then let him go ahead. Now there I start another journey now for 2 years. But this one now, this time we were given attention, like we were being taught and everything. Yes, so we are all, I started, this one even I graduated very well with the City and Kids exam. It's an international exam. I went ahead when I did it. It used to be an expensive exam. I think we used to pay, I think, for that set, just only, I think, 20,000. So I got my papers. Now it's out tarmacking. For this time, even I was done a good graduation. For once I felt like, now I'm getting the validation I wanted.
Yes, this is exactly what they wanted.
Yes. Then by then I used to have this uncle of mine who used to say, if you perform very well, I know I can hook up you with some people there, And actually he did for me for internship. It was smooth. Hey, life was good, jolly. For that small period. Now I just got at this place a job at what do we call it? This it's a computer shop. It used to be called Best Buys. I normally see this Best Buys is from US.
Best Buy is it's a big box.
I don't know. They had this branch at the town, but it was just for sales. No, not about maintenance and everything. So at one point I never liked it, because you just have to wake up in the morning, wipe the things, welcome the visitors, You just come and just do window shopping. But for me, I wanted the practical, where maybe I'm opening machines, and that. I did it before my graduation. Now that's December. I joined there and we did it. I did it very well, and they had promised me the following year, now coming January, I'll even take a position of a certain guy there who was leaving. So I'm very happy even now. I'm like, you know what? Now I'm coming out of accommodation.
Yeah.
I will stay alone. You know, that's the freedom of like, finally, this is what I've been looking for. And I knew, this was what my one-way ticket to be staying alone, you know, and making my own rules.
Yeah.
Tell me, I go January, then they tell me, you know what, the sales for last year was not good. And we are shutting down that office.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we are shutting it and we are relocating back to Westlands.
Yeah.
Then the worst part was the branch manager who had liked me and gave me the tips of how even I be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me he will teach me because I'm still young. He tells me even I'm coming out of this company.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, that was a slap in my face. I have come out of accommodation now. Even I've taken a house. We are sharing with another friend of mine who we met back in the days.
Yeah.
Oh my God, how I like. And you know, even back home, you have told parents, you know what, even I want to stay outside. And they're telling me, you just wait, you know, just sit there, you know. This accommodation, you know, this accommodation used to have, when you pay rent, it has accommodation and food, you know.
Yeah.
And I've already now, like, even for them, they are like, it is like, now you are, now, okay, if you are you be paid and that guy have promised you job, it's okay. I just got a bed sitter just next, near the accommodations actually. It was not very far.
Mm-hmm.
But January, my friend, you know how January is. I'm told like that. Do you know how it was a slap in my face? Now I'm like, now where do I start? Because I knew they would take me back to where I have been. Like, you know what? You rushed things out. You thought it was promised, you know.
You are just scared of the feedback.
Yes. Yeah. For me, the scary part was like how their feedback, how will it be? Then I don't want to go home. You know, they will tell me, you just, they're not paying you, just come back home. I'm like, where? Come where? Come back where? You know? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I went back to where I had gone for internship, whereby my uncle had joined me. I talked to the guy, and he gave me for 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. He gives me a place, his area. He gives me he could send me some errands here and there. Mm-hmm. Then all of a sudden, another opportunity came. But then I'm struggling. I'm struggling to pay my rent now because, you know, for them, it's like, you know what, we were done with you, adios, Poppy. You know, we close that chapter. You fight for yourself. Now, you know, they remain the point of, if it's not giving, you just go back home. And I'm like, no, this is not me. I'm not feeling it, not yet, you know. Yeah. I'm willing to die trying now this time. Another opportunity just comes there, and I'm being told, you can go there. There's like a shop there. This guy go there, he just pay me peanuts. Sometimes even he's paying me weekly. You know, I'm just there struggling here and there. Yeah. I would go home one day, then they would tell me, you know, this course you did, even it looks it's not marketable. You know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now we go back again to my choice was the worst. I never listened to them, and you know, it don't make sense. You should have
gone back to Form 3 in high school.
Man. Yeah.
So how did you get out of that situation?
So I'm still there. I had a cousin of mine who was in the university, one of the universities. Yeah. So we would hang out sometime, and also my folks will never like them. We're not like that. We would not like it. You remember they used to pass words like, you are just going there to his house just to eat food. No, it's not good. You're in a town. No, town, you should not be in the houses. No. Mm-hmm. Just to isolate me, like just before. So, okay, this cousin of mine, he would accommodate me sometimes weekends, you know.
Yeah.
I would not go in the bad company or everything, but now I started getting depressed there. I would drink, I would smoke, you know. But now remembering where all this came from, it came from a trauma somewhere.
So how old are you? How old are you when you started drinking?
That is 19, 20 there.
No, but 19, 20 you were in college.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Immediately after finishing, because college was just 2 years.
Yeah. So you left college when you were 21 or 20?
That is 2016.
2016, you are 19. No.
2016 was
21.
21.
No.
Yes.
You were born where? 96?
95.
95. You're 21.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 21. Yeah. So from there 21 there, immediately after I'm done. Okay, I had started this before in college.
Yeah.
There's a story I never told you there. There's this time I asked for my my upkeep back there in the college, and I remember being the answer that came back was like, "Is there money? Did you leave any money here? Did you leave any money here? We keep for you that we send you." For me, I never. Now coming back to remember, I don't know. It reminds me. I think my father was on a hard rock at some point, and guess who came helping?
The prison warden.
You are right. Yeah. So I think even this answer I'm getting is coming from her because maybe she's playing a big part. That transition between breaking the leg and coming back to stand still again.
Yeah.
I think it was a hard one.
For him.
Yeah.
Recovering after the accident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I called there and they tell me, "Did you leave any money here?" And I'm like, "Now how do I survive?" They even came visiting me. Do you know what I did? There was this guy in our room who came drunk. He had gone happy there, then come drunk. I used a common table there. He placed his phone there. Something tells me, I've never stolen anything, but that day I got balls to steal it and decided, what, I can sell this phone. This guy came drunk. Even if you wake up in the morning and say, "I don't know where I put my phone," nobody will care because you are drunk. Maybe you left it in the club or something. And I call a guy who I knew he was a sneaky one, and he come and collects it and tell me, wait, after I make a sale, I'll give you a share, This guy goes and don't give me even a dime.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, then my face is not the one like you can tell if it's me. I don't know how to hide it. No, like, I don't know what came to his mind, and he was like, "You might be the one who took that phone."
Yeah.
I'm there back and forth telling him no. Then the guy is those gambas. He said, "Unajua mimi nitakuroga mimi." Hey, he went gaslight. He went even to the owner of the hostel and said, "You know what? This guy has taken my phone and he's saying it's not the one. Me, I'm going to witch doctor this weekend." Hey, this guy even is afraid. He called me and say, and I'm saying, denying it. I'm not the one who took the phone.
Yeah.
I'm not the one who took the phone. This guy, the owner of the hostel, calls my parents and tells them, "Hey, I think he was so stubborn to the owner of the hostel, and he gave my parents number."
No way.
Yeah. The guy sends a message, a very threatening message. Naenda kuroga kijana wetu kama ni amechukua simu yako. Then you remember before we had this about money.
Yeah.
My friend, I can say by 7:30, my folks were there. They were there in the morning. Okay. Sorry. The guy reached out to my dad.
Yeah.
Now my dad was just calm. So I think, in the evening when they are eating, that's when he gave the news. Then my mother was like, you are keeping all along this story until now. When my mother another day was telling me, now he was asking who actually dog. What time we late come to dawn, I arrived there, I sorted this thing out and we are done. No. Cannot imagine me eating their glass and going naked.
That was what the witchcraft was supposed to do to you.
Yeah, of course, you know what they tell you when you go to Kalumanzela.
And you believe that nonsense?
Hey man, we are from church. We have to believe.
Do you know where that guy is right now? I go steal his phone and see if I can eat grass also.
This guy was doing media. Last time I saw him, he used to be in Embu. He had been posted to a radio station in Embu.
Yeah. So now your folks comes in so that they can sort you, so that you don't get bewitched.
Yes. And now I had to say yes. Now the phone had gone.
Yeah.
They also gave us the office. We sorted things out, and even they left me the 2 nguizes there. No.
How much did they have to pay him?
8 Gs.
Wow. When you had asked them for money, they asked you, is there any money you had left here that you are calling for? But now they are giving you, they are ready to spend 10K.
Yeah.
Where?
No. Now that's when they were being told, even now this guy for the owner of the hostel was there, but kuchoma akasema, I know even I've noticed this guy has been spotted there in corner there smoking with some guys here who are not good, Yeah, that thing used to sink me, because now I'm like, what next? I'm in college, but we are not attending. We are going class once in 2 weeks. Now the end of mind.
Yeah.
I don't have any idea of I can go side hustle and something. There is always that comfort zone if you are not exposed to things or something. So now akaongeza makaa hapo. Now they said, so now you have started smoking, but they never caught me smoking. But now they when they had like that, they knew, this guy might have taken that one and gone to buy drugs now. And the guy who stole the phone even until today never gave me shit.
Man. So now, now how do you get out of that place?
That was accommodation. I still stayed there until I finished. I graduated. Now that's when I got a job.
Okay.
Yeah, when I got this job, now I come out of those accommodations. I got to sort myself out.
Yeah.
Then I'm there. The job I've missed the opportunity that I was expecting.
Yeah.
Now it takes me back there. Now they'll come telling me, even the cost you did, maybe, it's not marketable. You see, you are not struggling.
Yeah.
Even they come with a point of asking me if I can join police, and I'm like, I don't want to join police.
Okay, now what is the next chapter of your life now? This job has been closed. This other one, the guy is not even pay you. You don't even have enough money to stay in on your own. You have to go back.
Yes.
So what happened
back
next?
to the drawing board. Yes, I had this job. They used to pay me, but they used to pay me in peanuts. Like I don't have food for tonight. Now I would ask a small loan. So now the guy, they knew, you don't have even something to. They're just giving me some money for that day. So I would struggle with those jobs, thinking maybe one day things will be good. So this cousin of mine decides to come out of that town, and we go together. And now I've decided, what? Now this town is not. It's not good for me. I decided to join him. When he was graduating, I noted he was doing this business. He would shop online. He would buy clothes. He was good in fashion. He would buy clothes, and when he posts them in IG or Instagram, WhatsApp, people would tell him, "Hey, where did you get this one? I also need this one." I give him idea. I told him, this can be a good business. Now, but for me now, I'm doing it to when if it can go through because his mother was good and supporting, maybe he can do something. And back in the village, his mother had started a shop. His father had put up a shop and started giving him some money to start a boutique. So immediately for him, also he has done mass media. Now we are two people who are idle. We don't have jobs.
Yeah.
Her mother decided to give us some money to start a shop.
His mother or your mother?
Yeah. Not my mother. Even my mother.
His mother. Your
yes,
auntie.
Yes.
Yeah.
My money, like, yeah.
Oh, because the fathers are the brothers.
Yeah. Now I'm there. We are like, okay. We started slowly. Then all of a sudden we are lucky. Another cousin of us is saying, by then I made a house here and it's big. You guys can come and stay with me, or you are sorting your things out. So we took advantage. Now our work was to post these things, clothes. I remember back in there in Qatar, I had customers, so I would pick clothes, go to those places. I knew those people, and now tell them, look here, I'm selling clothes, and they promoted me.
Yeah.
I remember my first time. I made like I think 15 quizzes in a week. I'm like, oh my god, now this is the job.
Yeah.
During my computer area, the shop I was to go there, they had helped me to pitch these business ideas, or convince a customer to like the clothes,
Yeah.
Yes, you don't like, but I will tell you, this one can match you. Actually, have your size. What size do you wear? I will find next week I'll bring you. And they'll be, nice, Now we decided, because now business is booming and the cousin has given us a motive there, a small car. It's good. We would fuel and go to the towns. We started noticing, okay, it boomed for a while. Then we started noticing, if maybe we can have a small shop that can do better. Now it's coming. Now this one I'm speaking on 2020 coming all the way like that. We set up a shop, we do all the legal work and the canchos. We do not want to fight with canchos and everything because
in Vika?
Last time, no. Now Vika Road. Now I've started going Vika Road. Yes. Now because my cousins now came out of Vika, now I had to go Shuhedera, because now I don't know where we'll end up.
Yeah.
But because I know we are family, they cannot let me down, Because the other side, they say they don't want police and they are there on my neck,
So you get all the permits, you get all the legal paperwork, and you get a shop,
then
a physical shop.
Yeah.
You get a physical shop.
The shop was under the mother. The mother could support us. And sometimes I would go there and cry for her and tell him, things have been happening. Okay, all those things I used to go through. I would tell the brother, my dad, And you tell me, what, son? You just one day things will get better. And you will stay your life. Once things get better, you just stay alone. You tell me like that. They would point to me and tell me, there your mother is the problem there. Yeah, because I remember even there's some time he used to tell me. It's a time where my cousin had gone for school. He used to tell me, why don't you let him join this school? Then they were like, no, that's a boarding school. Let me stay with where I'm seeing my son. Now they even concluded. They said, where the problem is, but there's nothing we can do.
So now you're on Vika Road with your cousins.
Cousin. Yeah, cousins, sure.
Yeah. And
one
now
is giving us rent somewhere to stay. Yes. The other, now for us, the money we are getting, we decided to put up a shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, the shop I'm there, we are selling. It's doing good for some time. Then we are on and off. Then COVID comes and hits us. All this time I had now even rebelled. I would not go home because I knew I looked shameful,
Yeah.
You went to college, you studied, even you never got a job, even if you tried to go in your own ways, there's always that thing, and now it normally it takes you back to where these things started. Now, from now, that's where I normally see it. Why it started. I could not express myself what I want, the support I needed, because I knew it to be met with a lot of resistance. Yeah, COVID is there, but something happened. We went a certain wedding there, and where we would meet even with the folks. Our folks were all there. I remember even I did not shake their hands or anything. But we would speak with my dad on phone. My dad was very social. He has not those feelings of like, I know what you have been doing to me. I've been dodging me, but no. Both of them are so mad on them. Yeah. Yeah, that was it.
So COVID comes, everything shuts down, businesses start dying.
Yes. But the lucky thing is because the shop was at now the dance brother, now he would support us.
Yeah.
I think he would also do so because also the son is also there.
Yeah.
So, and the other son is the only son, so there's no way he would resist. Also for him it's not easy, but he just do it because he's checking and seeing these boys. If we don't do something, they go to hell.
So now, what happened when COVID hit?
COVID hit. We stay indoors sometime. Then things now starting getting bad. Now no sales, for clothes. Nobody's ready to wear clothes. Now, all of a sudden, my cousin he had some links. I think he would send some CVs or something. He got employed with this. You see, the time county government of Nairobi was taken by the military guy. He got a chance there to work in one of the houses during that time.
Yeah.
Now this time, I'm left alone in the desert now with no water, Mike. But before then, I also had gone all the way to Wayaki. There's a Muindi there who had employed me. They also tried to check one thing, where can I get fixed,
Yeah.
This Muindi was paying me in peanuts. And I was co-sharing a house with a guy I knew back in the days in the college. So he was near, so I would tell him, you know what, I can provide for food. Since you have a house, we could share. I go up to this Muindi. This Muindi guy used to have a recycling. Remember those people?
Yeah.
He would collect all those used utensils and clean them, good
and scrap
package. Yes.
Yeah.
So my work was to take data for this. Nobody to steal for him. He had put these biometrics on the doors when. So there was a lot of injuries for those workers.
Yeah.
The fingers would be cut. Now the guy would come to report to work to put the biometric finger there. It's not recognizing, when you will not be paid. So my work was to do such work,
Yeah.
So when COVID came, he proposed that I go near, but the salary he was saying, he was not ready to increase my salary, whereby I needed the rent.
For you to be able to live in Nairobi.
Yes.
Yeah.
I said no. So I'm there. The cousin has got a job. Now I'm seeing this shop. There's no future there now. But the family would encourage me and tell me, you know what, you can start doing hawking. You put them in bags. You go place like you pander this manganya. You go somewhere. Because they knew for me I'm a good in marketing. I would go pitch. But I used to feel like, no, okay, it's a good thing to make money, but that's not the right way.
That was not your thing.
Yeah. So one time, we almost there heading to close the shop. I received a message from my mother. He came calling and saying, do you want a job? Do you want to work? Do you like to work abroad in these Gulf countries? And since now I'm like, oh my God, this is a good chance. I said, okay, yeah, it's a good job.
Yeah.
I told, these are the words I said. Yeah, I can work as long as I'm not going there to be a slave at that country. With the stories we used to hear. Here you can be feeding or eating snakes. Those funny stories that are not true. Me saying that, they became so supportive. I started the process of the passport and all those documentations. Hey, I stayed. You remember there was in Kenya, there was this lockdowns. There was the first lockdown, second lockdown.
Yeah.
So during all those times, that's where now I'm going counties to counties, receiving passport like this. Then there was this country now locked down, no recruitment. So I waited almost for 8 months. Between that time, I found a job at a restaurant. Now I used to go there at the restaurant, work for some. I think I worked for like 3 months.
On Thika Road?
Yeah, Thika Road. Yeah, it was a new restaurant that was opening. It was facing on your way to Kamaki State.
Yeah.
Yeah. The lucky thing I used to do is because now I used to have those people who are housing me, but deep down I would tell myself, this is not me. This me staying in other people's house. They would use me very bad. How you overstay in people's house. They just have this way of, they know how puny you are, how your home things are not working your side. But
so your mom calls you for this opportunity to go out of the country.
Not even call me, it's just sending me a text.
And she had found somebody to help you with it?
Yeah. It came to realize that there's a former student of her who had come from these countries, and he told her, what, there are opportunities there. Now he sees them like, this guy has been struggling up and down. And me, this time is the time I'm on the hard rock.
And now this process takes over 8 months.
Yeah.
And in that time, that's when you went to the restaurant.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
Now they are working in this restaurant. Then I receive a call. Now I'm being told, now come do the interview.
Okay.
That's how I joined the Gulf. So.
And this is go to the interview at the Qatar embassy?
No. The agent. I used
an agent. You use agencies?
Yes, agencies. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I went. So for me, they gave me an exam. I passed everything. I was prepared. So
yeah.
Few months to my 27th, to my 27th birthday, I received the visa and the tickets. That's how I started.
This is now 2022.
2021. This is now 2021. November.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So people who go to Qatar, they don't go to the embassy. They deal with the agency.
Yeah.
You never go to the embassy.
Embassy. The only thing you can take you there to embassy, it's maybe taking there's a stamp. There's these verifications. Once you go to the CIDs of Kenya, they pick your fingers and you can cook papers. They don't trust us, so they go for attestation. They call it attestation to verify for them and the government of here.
Okay.
That yes.
So, 2022 November.
No, 2021 November.
2021 November.
Yes.
That's when the lockdown was a little bit eased, because I remember going to Kenya in September of the same year. In August. August, September.
Yes.
There were restrictions, but you could travel.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you shipped out.
That's when I shipped out.
Okay.
Yeah, since then I've been here, I've been working.
Yeah. So the whole of 22, the whole of 23, the whole of 24.
Yes.
And now 25, you've done 5 months, plus the first month of 2020, the last month of 2021. So you are there 3.5 years.
Yes.
Okay. So now, did you say you wanted to confront your mom about this mistreatment, or you already did?
So I come here, I start reasoning. Something happened, I joined Twitter,
Yeah.
They are reasoning to the spaces, Kibe and what, and you.
Mm-hmm.
That time the spaces was very hot. I remember I could not miss. Wherever I was, I would wear sneakily one earphone my ear.
This is 2022.
Yes, the reason, this time for World Cup, you need to forgive your mother, because what used to happen, like you see, like this time before I left from my country, I came here.
Mm-hmm.
You see, we had made things, even I felt like, it's a good opportunity, my mom has created.
Mm-hmm.
Because he told me, you know what, all this money I'm doing, always do a calculation when you go there, you have to return me. This is a loan, not like I'm supporting. This is this is a loan, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, as long as me I come, here I was lucky because here you have to sign a contract. So, you are coming to be paid.
Mm-hmm.
You don't come blindly, not like Kenya where you just, even you don't know even you will get the first salary. So I'm here listening to the speeches and what the message started being conflicting to me. I'm like, it is easy said than done.
Yeah.
But when I was here, I would feel I remember there's some spaces I would feel the anger in me. I feel like I can even call, I don't know, like I can just slap my mother the hell out of her. But then I'm like, why am I feeling this? Now coming down, boiling down, I've come to learn this thing came from those angers I had. I never had somewhere to, or maybe I made them like, say, this is what I'm feeling, this is what you have been doing for me, and it's time to let it go.
Yeah.
So the message is very conflicting to me, I would listen to stories of people there, and it was, it used to touch me. So what happened about this one you are saying about confronting my mother? I went even vacation, but vacation, during my vacation when I went, I decided, you know what, now I want to take my house. I want to pay a rent. I go take my house. I stay over the vacation, then go back.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first thing I decided. And that's what happened when I arrived there. But this time they were very happy for me. But I decided I would face him one-on-one. Then something came to my mind. I'm like, I'm feeling I'm still not ready, No, I remember her, when you know your mother, she can tell you some things to trigger you in your mind,
Yeah.
She will have a point. She can tell you one thing and you'll be like, oh my God, even I'm the one who is on a wrong. So it is like that. So this year something started making me to feel the anger that I had been carrying for that long.
Yeah.
You remember even the message I wrote you? There were some days out when I was being in college and high school. I would whine and cry myself, at night in a blanket, thinking, when will this life be fair to me?
Yeah.
So those angers would boil to me now because now I cannot cry, and now I'm saying, you know what, now I'm making my own money. I got the balls, I can do what I want.
Yeah.
Now come to Mother's Day, I decide, you know what, today is the day. I just pick my phone and
are you now you are back to Qatar?
Yes.
So when you came, how long did you stay before you could come back?
2 months.
No. How long did you serve in Qatar before you could go back to Kenya?
2 years, 6 months.
So 2 years, 6 months.
Yes. Now I have this information. I'm coming in a different version of me.
So this is 2023.
No. I came 2020. I went last year actually.
2024 mid.
Yes, June. Okay. Nane.
Yeah.
Nane time. Yeah.
Okay.
So you see, I decided to take my own crib there. That was the first idea came to my mind. You need to stay alone first. I never wanted them asking me questions. How is the place? How is what? I just felt like I needed that my own peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would feel them down there. They are like, hey, how have you come? Like, why are you just paying your rent, and you don't stay here? And I'm like, you know what? Me, I'm feeling very comfortable. Because, I would remember back in the days, things were not still good. Don't want to be here being nagged and being things.
And are you staying close to the village or where? So when you went on vacation,
Okay.
you said you rented a house. Where did you rent it? What area?
Thika Road. I went to Githurai.
And then you would go to visit them in the village.
Yes, actually, I made sure before I went there, I took like 1 week.
Yeah.
1 week, because that day I remember there was this man or this madam, and I was there on the road. What? So I stayed indoors, surrounding, going, just having good time. For myself.
Did you tell them you're going? I mean, you're coming to Kenya?
Yeah. I told them. But the idea of me renting now, that one got them off guard.
Did they come to the airport?
No.
Okay.
No. They are not the type of like those who are coming with Timauas and Nissans,
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
So you just interacted with them just on your own terms.
Yes.
And then how was your dad?
For him, he was very happy. First, actually, after leaving like this, calling, wanting me welcome back.
Yeah.
All of them, they were very eager to see me. After all that long. And then I go, I come, I take a house, I rent, I leave it furnished before going home. Then now I'm coming with on Mount terms. They were like, okay, let's see how this one goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they never asked anything, but I would hear mother trying there to tell me, hey, you stay indoors. Now you have not been here. Things can be bad there. Actually, wherever you have taken the house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually, I could never tell them I've taken a house. Okay, the house I took was a relative. We have a relative.
Yeah.
And I know my mother is nosy. If I would tell him that's why I'm renting, you'll be like, even you'd like tell me don't go there,
Yeah. So now you spent those that period. You said 2 months?
Yeah, 2 months.
And then you went back.
Yeah. Home I would go on and off. Yeah, home I just went, I think, 5 days, then went back to my house.
Yeah.
Yeah, then the time for going back. And
then when you are back where you are right now, that's when you placed the phone call.
Yes.
Okay.
I decided, this bitterness, I have to end it.
Yeah.
And solution has to come within me,
Yeah.
Yeah. So I caught her off guard.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I just made a call. That I cannot lie to you that I was sweating, not that much, but I was like, now whatever will happen will happen.
Yeah,
I'm ready for the consequences. I was very shocked the way she came down.
Your mom?
Yes.
Yeah.
When I narrated to her all things she made me feel.
Yeah.
The name she would tell me, belittling me, being the bully. For me, she used to be the bully. And I used to feel I'm so weak in front of her. Like I can't do shit or anything,
Yeah.
I never, ever challenged. Those guys who might tell them anything and you're like, okay. Yeah, he's the way you are telling him. So he would throw those words there. I would never resist or do it, but they would kill me inside.
Yeah.
So when I told her, he told me, okay, you have to understand me. Okay, she had also her own version of to tell me, like, what, firstborns have challenges. I'm also a firstborn back at home, and even your dad, when I'm raising you, I have this career, I have this job. Sometimes pressure is much. Maybe it would come and throw the outburst to you. The things might tell us. Now I could see them in true picture.
And you see, that's the danger. And we keep saying these things, and nobody is paying attention.
Yeah, that's what he said. Even I was like, I thought you are strong. I'm like, but that's the energy. She'll tell me she has pressure from job.
Yeah.
And now she has 2 kids there by herself.
And and the husband is in another city.
Yes.
And now she's projecting that frustration on you.
Yes.
She's destroying you.
Man.
She destroyed you.
Yeah.
And you've heard, and this is very true for your case.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mothers have exhausted their purpose on a child, on raising a child beyond age 5.
Yeah.
Once the kid is after the age of 5, the mother doesn't know what to do with them.
Yeah.
And if there is no father there to protect you, she will destroy you.
Sure, that's true.
Which is what she did.
Yeah.
And you remember that incident when you were chased from school and you were lucky, you said you were lucky that your father was home to protect you that day.
Yes.
You said even when you were 13 years old, she would beat you.
Oh my God. Hey, the Mwikos have received a encounter.
When you were a teenager.
Yeah. You know, you know, now, as I grew up, it turned from, now caning is not working, but those words is just a way of pinching those words in me. They would pierce me like a knife. I do until now have some cousins of mine who would make jokes of me, like they would dramatize how she would start it,
How they used to see her get worked up.
Yes, yeah.
On you.
Yeah.
And she would embarrass you in public. Well, in front of your cousins.
Yeah. Okay, not before their parents, but the cousins. Even the cousins would have that thing like, no, this place house, no.
They would not want to come there. Your friends would not want to come there.
No, yes. And now for her, she used to also to put me away, because I remember even my grandmother was like, why do you not come at our place?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I cannot tell you everything, but because grandmother would even take me back and tell her, me when they were young, they would go to the auntie's place and do what, but you guys don't come. That thing made me, even now, I don't have any interest to go even those places.
Yeah. So,
and the people who I joined, you see, going back, you see these cousins, I went to stay with them.
Uh-huh.
Do you know, even I had been called and told them to tell them that I will not be going to be with them.
Wow.
Like I just stay alone. Like those people are not helping me at anything or anything. For me, I just wanted somewhere for belonging, looking back,
Yeah.
or something like, yeah.
So, do you think when you look back, if you look back at her age,
okay,
and you find out how old she was when she gave birth to you, and then you look at her career, you look at what age, at what stage of her life did she finish college, and when were you born? Were you born before or after?
I was born after college. She gave birth to me. When was this? Before 30s. Before maybe 2 years to 30s.
So when she was in her late 20s?
Yeah.
And she had already finished the teaching college?
My dad married him. My dad and my mother, they have a gap of 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So she had already finished college.
My dad by then was 34. By then my dad was 34.
And she was 28.
Yes.
So she had already finished college.
Yeah.
And she had already gotten a job in the village.
Yes.
Yeah. So you don't think even this frustration is she probably blames you for disrupting her life. That's what I was looking for.
Oh, whereby a career would have blossomed for a while.
Do you think that's the case?
Okay, I never see it in that way.
She takes another 5 years before she could have another child.
Yeah.
What was happening there?
I really don't know. Yeah. For me, I think maybe it's the family planning or something.
Yeah. That's too much, because even you have memories of her mistreating you at age 4, age 5.
Yeah.
So she really had something against you from the get-go.
Sure.
Not against you, what you represented.
Yeah.
You represented a disruption. Yeah. That's where that frustration is coming from.
Okay.
And then on top of that,
yeah, because me looking behind, saying that, it makes sense. Because you see, the other siblings, I don't see this much of. Okay, they will share with me the trouble, the suffering they are seeing me in, but
yeah.
For them, it's not in their neck. Like for me, how I used to feel. For me, it used to drive me to feel like I should not go back home, and home is where you should be.
That's where peace should be.
Yeah, it should be there. That's why I should be feeling like a champion or wanted,
And you are the firstborn.
Yeah.
And now you're getting compared with your little brother, who is 5 years younger than you.
Yeah.
And do they have a recollection of witnessing her mistreating you? Do they ever talk about that?
Them?
Yeah, your brother and your sister. Probably just your brother.
What I know from things now I see, it's like, the message she will tell them it's true. You have to have another eye now to filter things to know, is it true? For them, maybe they think maybe I went overboard. I should have stayed humble there. According to them until now.
Yeah.
So, yeah. For them, they will believe the word that comes.
Because even this pushing you to perform in school beyond the normal encouragement. So here is this. She's a teacher. She's not coaching you at home. She's not helping you with homework. She's just pushing you to do better.
Yeah.
You are the teacher's child. You should be enjoying teaching and coaching from the teacher mother.
Yeah.
And the only thing you're getting is challenges and being compared by other kids. And I've had a conversation with another guy that comes on the spaces. I don't know whether he calls himself Franklin or Frankenstein, but his letter is an F. And he shares a very similar story with you. But now the problem with him is the person who was doing that to him is his father.
For me, if there is a person I can live for 100 years without even saying things he has done me wrong, it's the dad.
No, the situation is, your mother was the teacher.
Sure.
This F guy's father was the teacher.
Yeah.
Your mother would compare you with other boys in school that were performing better than you.
Yeah.
This guy's father would compare him with other boys that were performing better. And even beyond that, he would bring them home during the vacations to stay with him. And now the challenge and the comparison would happen right there in the house.
Right on the face.
In his face. These strangers getting better enjoyment and relationship with his own father. than himself.
Yeah.
Because now they were performing better for him where he was failing.
Sure.
That's why now even your mother, she's comparing you with the other kids. She's comparing you with your cousins. She's comparing you with your little brother that came and just flourished at every opportunity.
Yeah.
So how far back do you go in this phone call conversation with her?
I think 20 to 30 minutes.
And what you remind her of everything? The comparison, the beating, the demeaning, the bullying.
Mostly I highlighted it and said she has been a biggest bully to me.
Yeah.
I never felt safe being home again. That's why even when I went away, I would never feel back. Never ever felt back going home back as an option. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you would hear me going to these cousins. All these cousins I'm going, not like the things are very good, but okay, they give me shelter.
It's better than mom's house.
Yes, much better.
The stranger's home was safer than your own home.
Yes.
Because of your mother.
That's why now she comes and tells me, firstborns always have a child. She gives me her for her. She stayed home for 4 years after finishing her, I think, KCSE. No, 2 years. 2 years milking and doing what, for her, she was like, I never know where this staying alone comes from, like I should not associate with anyone, for me, even there, she would throw, she would tell me now, those people you had gone with, you should have stayed alone because they used to tell you there's nowhere they are going to take you, and they are not like I had gone to the bad company. There are those people even they could tell them, hey, what are you doing with me? Bring him home,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that's so much trauma to carry around. And so how do you conclude that phone call?
So for me, I told her, you know what, I forgive you and I don't want to buy this. Before I hate that, I don't want to have these things in my heart again. And she's like, I'm happy you're understanding now and you're forgiving me. And she goes there. And that's why now he's saying, even my dad was away. She will have, they don't take accountability or that like a 100%. She will have somewhere to lean back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for us, she's a Christian. She will come, thank you, even forgive me, and also forgive me like a Christian. You know what,
Yeah.
She will just give me. She will tell me the thing that firstborns have a challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm setting the pace for those who are following me.
Do you have a conversation with your father at the same time?
No.
Did you tell your father you're going to have the conversation with your mother?
No. I just
so
decided
those was
today,
squarely with your mom.
This one actually I met her off guard. So even to her, I'm sure since then she has been like, where did this one come from?
Yeah. How long ago was this?
When was it last month?
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. You see, we would call each other, but deep down in my mind now, because I'm seeing things in different way, I just feel these talks are just empty. Those ones just flat.
Just useless.
But for me, this one was so important to me because I felt like it's like you are breaking the chains or something that, you're breaking the roof of where you have been closed for that long.
So now let's go back to when you started drinking. Why did you start drinking?
For me, I can say the drinking came from just to feel I'm with with people I'm belonging to. Everywhere you are going, I've been told this one is not good. That one, no. Oh, stop with this one. that protectiveness and what. So I had nowhere, like for me, I can remember, I don't have that friend I chose. I said, this one will be my friend. It is, maybe you associate, no one was given, nowhere I was given green lights and told, this one now is okay. If I went to my cousins, and then, when now we started being even with those cousins, they also even started now their sherehes. Now we're into that age, you'd go for birthday parties, what?
So you associate your drinking to
being cool, with the others.
Because when you are in primary school, you couldn't bring your friends home because they were scared of your mom.
Yeah.
You are being restricted even when you go visit your cousins.
Yeah.
Even now, when you are on Thika Road, she's still telling you should stay by yourself. Don't stay with your cousins.
Yeah. Do you know, actually, those were the ones even now, even my dad will be gaslighted there and tells me I should stand by my legs, and he'd never imagine me going back to where those people I was staying with them,
Yeah.
They always have this thing they are told, like, for me, they put it like, those people are making you go backwards,
So now alcohol was something that you could do in the places where you are told not to hang out with these people.
Yeah.
So you are drinking because this is the group you have chosen to socialize with?
Yes.
To numb your traumas of being disassociated.
Yes.
And now you have forgiven your mother.
Yes.
So now also you have to heal from that trauma.
Yeah, sure. And do you know what came in my mind? Then I started asking, is this that's the question has been coming to my mind, is like, is my drinking even worth it? Is it what makes me happy, Because after I came here, even now, here I don't associate in any party or any drinking or smoking. So it makes me feel like...
It makes you feel what?
Now when I come back to the drawing board, it has been like, this is not, for me, it made me sometimes not think like it's a way of life. It's like a lifestyle. But listening to somebody like you who you say you don't drink, the conversations you have, when I compare myself and where I want to be, I feel like this is not the place for me. So one thing I also need also myself is to learn to be, okay, the way they were saying, to be alone, and also know things to say no, when to say no, and and drinking is not my goal. I cannot do like I can go even and buy drink myself and come back drunk, not that guy. Yeah.
So you said you have been thinking about if this drinking thing is really you.
Me. It makes no sense now for me. Like, I'm also not an addict although I used to drink, I'm not an addict of it.
Yeah, everybody who drinks says they are not alcoholic. Every one of them, even the one drinking driving, they are not alcoholic. No.
Yeah.
So you have to also, if you are able to face your biggest bully and fix that relationship with her, now you need also to face your drinking habit.
Yeah, sure. And I need to change my habit.
And evaluate that relationship also. Because you have seen what alcohol does to people.
Yeah.
And yours is attached to a very deep-rooted trauma of wanting something that says yes to you because you have been told no from far as 5 years old you can remember.
Sure.
So evaluate that relationship for yourself and ask yourself that question: is drinking really for you, and what are you drinking for?
Yes.
Because alcohol gets in the way of so many things.
Yeah. Actually, where we are here, I have seen it in real life how it destroys from here, because one thing, jobs, you cannot be once they notice you are a drunkard here, it's easy to be deported.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing. And also, so it has also given me that discipline and to see the other side of myself. It has helped me actually even also coming here to have that discipline of knowing you can do without it. And there are so many more things you can do without being that high and doing something, saying yes to me.
So when was the last time you drank?
The last time I drank was last year, when I had gone for vacation.
Oh, you don't drink in Qatar?
No. The alcohol is there, but I don't.
So when you drank with your cousins?
Yeah, this time actually where I went,
And that's when they were narrating and dramatizing how they used to see your mother bullying you.
No. Okay, that was sometimes back.
Okay.
But this time I went, I dodged some of them. Some of them, they were sneaky there with my. They did me that thing of black tax. So most of them I avoided them. The one I had one drink with, she was hosting a birthday, so I came through.
Yeah.
So yeah.
If you can face your biggest bully, then even all those traumas associated with that experience, then you need to heal from them.
Sure.
Yeah. No, you're 20. You're 29, or 30 already.
Yeah. I'm November I'll be hitting my 30. Yeah.
So, from when you are a teenager to now, 10 years, have you been dating?
Yeah.
Even during the turmoils, the ups and downs of Vika and your
Yes. Yeah, I've been dating, but mine was on and off. I didn't. If you don't have kakirus, you just do the hit and runs.
Yeah.
Yeah, not like something I can tell you. I have been with one for 5 years. No. It's just small signing here. Then you are done, because as time goes by, you just hey.
So you don't have a girl that you are financing their lifestyle back in Kenya when you are struggling, when you're hustling in Qatar.
I had started one. Then I saw like they will finish me. I stopped.
How long ago?
From January.
This year.
Yes.
You met her at the party that you had gone to in Kenya.
No. This one before I left for Kenya.
Oh, you had kept her Mohohio.
Yeah. Actually, she came when I'm leaving, so I was like, oh my God, how?
Yeah, she wanted to put a signature on that. Remember me. On the other side of greatness.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, correct. Yeah,
man. You have so much to recover from.
Man.
Whatever you are dealt.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Have you listened to that conversation with the Tanzanian guy?
Yes, actually, I was listening it yesterday. Finished yesterday evening. I was like, God damn, this guy has so many things he has achieved, and actually that one came that good question you have asked me that, because I'm in that place now.
Yeah.
I had a question to ask you. I don't know.
Yeah.
Now if it's the right time. I had written it here.
Okay.
Let me highlight it. I decided to write it yesterday, so it's regarding to now the place I am at. Now I'm at 30.
Yeah.
But the Tanzanian guy, that guy was a vibe. But I felt so motivated.
Did you hear what he said? That if women are your problem, you don't have enough problems in your life.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard. Even he said it. Even I looked at myself. I'm like, oh my God, look at myself.
Yeah. So
yeah.
He said he said I'll have to say that in Swahili for it to come out the way I wanted to come out.
Yes.
Kama hauna changamoto za kutosha na wanawake ndio shida zako. Hauna shida.
Yeah. Check. I have sent you.
Oh, you sent me. Do you want to read them out?
Yeah. Actually, it's in. Yeah, you can read. That was my question. I was to ask you, like, how can you direct me onto that? I know I need to improve on myself. It's saying.
Are you still there?
Yeah.
So it says, I am 30 years old in a few months. I feel I need to do more. To myself, from investing in myself to building my portfolio. I'm stuck between getting a good job and doing my personal investment on my behalf. How do I work on this? My fear is leaving my current job, then get a lower payment job than I plan. So you already know the answer. So are those opportunities within your current employer or a different arrangement?
This one can happen only to the other arrangements.
And how long are you still held out on the contract you're on?
Okay, what happens now? We do a two-year contract.
Okay.
And now the challenge that normally comes is when you are exchanging the jobs.
Yeah.
Here, you need a notification from your boss telling him, you know what, now I'm done with this job, I need to join another one.
Yeah.
They don't just give easily.
Yeah.
They would go to the extent of, first of all, taking you out before even you thinking of other things. So what normally happens is, like you say, you cancel the contract, then you join.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what you are doing now, does it require skills?
What I'm doing now?
Does it require skills?
I'm a security, so I've been given some skills here.
Yeah.
Every time we do some trainings, drills.
Okay. So more of it is experience than skills.
Yes, more of it is experience. Okay, mostly here what we do in this country, most of the jobs I've checked, it's the experience. Maybe how long have you been here?
Yeah.
You know, first of all, to withhold the hot air the conditions.
Yeah.
Then when it comes to the skills, okay, they can so check on it. Okay, depending on the type of job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you have to ask yourself is, does my experience count when I take it to the next place? That's why I was asking you if it depends on skills, but now experience now compensate for the skills. So this other place that you want to go to, are they going to factor in that you have the experience and give you a better pay for it? Or does raking experience where you are a better option to get more remuneration? Because if your experience doesn't count in the next job, then you're going back to start from zero.
Yes.
Then what is the point of moving?
Yeah. Because actually, wherever I am, I'm not a bad place. I'm not complaining of being mistreated or anything. I'm not whining. It's just for the for the improvement of myself.
Yes.
And seeing there can be more opportunities in this country.
Yes.
But now my fear there was like, I don't want to hope from there, here and there, then only to realize that I'm just doing the cycle, the same, what do you call it, rat race.
Exactly.
Yes.
And now you are 30 years old.
Yeah.
So if you're not growing, you're stagnating.
Yeah.
So now you have to decide now. The second option is move to something totally different if it's available.
Okay.
Where instead of experience, you gain a skill set.
Yes.
And when you get that skill set for 2 years, then you can transfer it somewhere else where it's already recognizable and with better remuneration, or you gain a better pay now that you have that skill set.
Yes.
Which is why I started with a skill set instead of experience.
Actually, yeah. About that skills, it's true. I need to find time between my job and maybe rushing somewhere I can get the skills.
Yeah.
Even if it's a short course or something. Yeah. That one. For that one, experience mostly they come when you are coming from there. If you are coming from Kenya and you are coming here, then they hear you are next Gulf or you have been here for a while. That one they take you fast because they know you are easy to adapt.
Yeah. Because and I don't know what the arrangements are in Qatar, but if I look in the situation for Kenya, there is nothing new you are learning in the security job. I mean, the best you can be is what? A supervisor.
Yeah.
But there's no skill. What you want is to rake in some skills.
Yeah.
Because those ones are the ones that are in demand. Those are the ones that are marketable.
Yes.
So now decide whether you look at something totally different, that when you get attached to it for 2 years, you are learning something new. You are learning a skill set.
Yes.
Which you can take everywhere.
Yeah.
On the issue of investment, there is a difference between how much you make and how much you earn.
Yeah.
It's the same money.
Yes.
But it's the way you approach that income.
Yeah.
The only money that counts. It's not the one you earn. Unmute your muffle in your microphone. No.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Just stay there. Just
okay.
the fingers at the bottom of the phone.
So okay. Sorry.
The money that count is not the one you make. The money that count is the one you earn.
Yes.
Because that what you earn is the one that you have saved.
Yes.
If you make $1,000 and you spend all of it, you have earned nothing. You just made the money. But if you save 250 of it, then you have 25% of your earnings saved.
Yeah.
So be consistent in your earnings.
Yeah.
Because that's the money that counts.
Yeah.
Don't say you are going to do it tomorrow. There will be a reason tomorrow there will be a reason to stay. I'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Start now. Do you remember that guy in Dallas, Texas, that has a drinking problem?
Actually, that one I've not listened to it. Should be the next one. I was motivated by the Tanzanian one. That's what I watched lately.
That guy has been in America for 9 years. He has never held a job for more than 2 years. In the 9 years that he has been here, he has never held a single job for more than 2 years. And so he has never saved his earnings.
Yes.
We have a program here called 401k.
Yeah.
You can sign up for it, and you say, I want to save 10% of my income.
Okay.
And your employer is going to match it by another 10%.
Yeah.
So you end up saving 20%.
20%, yeah.
Free money.
Yeah.
And that money is put in mutual funds. Like you've ever had stupid, ignorant people demonize BlackRock? You've heard about BlackRock?
Yeah, BlackRock, yeah.
BlackRock is in Vanguard.
Yeah, I know those.
Yeah. Those are the investments that carry those 401ks long term.
Ah.
And that money, because it's pre-tax,
okay,
it grows at a very high rate.
Okay.
And all you have to do is just give a portion of it, and then your employer matches it, and then it's put away long term. And by the time you need it, it's there.
Wow.
And
So
he has never been consistent.
Okay.
One moment, don't forget what you're about to say. And he has never served in any job where he would qualify to start participating in a 401k. You're going to say something.
So when people demonize 401k,
no, they demonize BlackRock and Rockefeller. Oh, those people, they are the people who rule the world. They are the cabal that rule the world. Yes. This world is ruled by people who have money, power, and influence.
Sure.
Yeah. If you are complaining of those, it's because you don't have one of those.
Yeah.
Work on that. So become one of those. There is no God or devil required.
Yes.
Okay? So
yes.
And I know it's our culture in Africa is black tax and not saving pre-tax.
Yeah.
So we need to create that culture of pre-tax saving, not black tax.
Yes.
So that we can secure our future.
Yes.
So look into either raking in experience where you are so that you can transfer it somewhere better.
Yes.
Or cutting loose and going to somewhere where you can get a skill set that you can use it as a bargaining chip for a better remuneration, and also you can transfer it somewhere better.
Yes.
But cha muhimu, save your money.
Yes.
Yeah. You are 30, you are a little bit on the edge of about being too late.
Yeah.
But I came to America at 29.
Really?
Actually, I came to America we call it 30. I turned 30 10 days after I came here.
Yeah, because...
but you have to be careful. You have to be careful.
Yeah.
You cannot say this blanket thing, a man can start at everywhere. Yes, you can start at any age.
Yeah.
But you have to have discipline.
Sure.
You have to delay gratification.
Yeah.
You have to be consistent.
Yes.
You have to be honest. Because if there is something that is in high demand and short supply in the human experience right now, it's honesty.
Honesty. Yes.
It's honesty.
Yeah.
Nobody will trust you if you have sticky fingers.
Yeah.
Nobody will trust you if you cook books.
Sure.
Nobody will trust you if you cut corners. Nobody will trust you if you lie, if you cheat. There should be another category of human beings, something different other than human.
Yes.
For people who cannot be honest. That honesty is a huge integral part of human existence. And we take it for granted.
Yeah.
So you can start at any age. You can start giving abstract examples of Coronel that started KFC in his 70s. But you are not Coronel and you're not about to start a KFC.
Yes. He also had some experience before then coming through.
Yeah. So
about investing, I'm very I like it, and also sometime I see you. I remember, has it sometime back I had you saying you saw when the Tesla shares had gone down and you took
Yeah,
an opportunity.
when there are all these big protests,
Yes.
and they shorted the shares from 255 to almost, I think, 198 at some point.
Yes. Yeah.
Now they are at I could have looked on my portfolio. Now they are at 375 or something like that.
Yeah. So I like that's my field also. So that's why I was speaking about my portfolio.
Yeah.
So yeah, for me, I'm doing local stocks for my country, but I'm also heading there.
Are you the one who told me you own a fraction of a Bitcoin?
No.
Oh, it was somebody else.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
And what we have good going for us, you and me, is the money we earn here get multiplied at a factor of something when it goes to Kenya.
Sure.
So take advantage of that. That's why. Oh, you have not heard the guy who is drunk. I was asking him, with all the opportunities in this country, and you just want to throw it down the drain.
Yeah, man. Sometimes you explain of even the small ideas that are there, and I'm like, I think sometimes we walk blind,
Yeah.
We walk blind without another third eye to watch over us.
Yeah. And now that you have tackled the issue with your mother and your childhood traumas, reward yourself by being great.
Yeah.
Reward yourself by being great. Yes. There is nothing else greater than being great.
Yeah, I've talked about even the way I'm saying I'm losing this job. I remember this one is reminding me of the other one, how it slipped out of me. So I'm like, I don't want to go there.
Exactly. But that's when you moved out of the hostel because you were promised a job at Best Buy. Yeah. So and in Kikuyu we have that saying, "Ndugateinya ukinyerete inyanya."
Yeah. Also.
And there's another one that says, "Ndugaite ukionoria." So just do your best calculations. You are the one who know your environment better. But what is universal is the money that matters.
Yes.
Is the one you save.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Kwinodoge.
All
right.
Thank you very much.
Stay the course.
NGA.
Yeah, stay the course.
Yes.
Plan your life. You don't seem to have any girls' problem, so that is not your problem. You had one big girl problem and you solved it. Your mother.
Yeah, actually, that one was the big one. Yeah. And then sure.
I'm happy for you, man. You are probably the first person I have had come up with a complete, comprehensive solution to the forgiveness of their mother.
It's through you I learned this one, even seeing myself and having self conversations, Yeah, it has come from, that's why I had also to share. So,
okay.
Yes.
All right, man. Keep winning. Stay focused. Obey the rules of the country you have adopted.
Yeah.
And always remember not to forget why you are there.
Sure.
Okay?
Yeah.
Don't ever get that lost in the translation.
Yeah.
Why you are there.
Yes.
Everybody is there for their own reason.
Yeah.
Do not let other people's reason become your
reason.
There is this quote. I can't remember who wrote it, and I know it's somebody on Twitter's profile, and it says, if, and I think it's Jaloka.
I thought so also.
If your parents depend on you, don't hang around with those who depend on their parents.
Yeah.
Something like that. And I think it's Jaloka.
Yeah, it's Jaloka. I've come across it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just you are not them, they are not you. You is not each other. You is you.
Yeah. Yes.
Do you.
Yes.
Hii mongeke ya kukutana kufanya maujinga kwa nchi za wenyewe, hiyo sio ilikupeleka huko.
Kabisa.
Okay?
Yes.
That's it, my friend.
Thank you, man.
All right. Have a good time.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Keep winning.
All right, man. Thank you.
Thank you.